Welcome to the Banter Blitz Podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, Pete, and Eric.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Banter Blitz Podcast. This is episode 5, and we're going to get into week 4 of the NFL season. I am here with my co-host, Petey Boy Conway.
Yo.
And Eric Snyder.
Hey, guys.
So, we're going to jump in. We got a whole bunch of news to talk about. We have our weekly review. We're missing our little buddy, so there will not be a Kevin's Corner this week. Sorry, everybody. He fell asleep. So. And then we'll get into Petey's picks and our week 4 matchups. So let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. But how'd you guys do this week? How'd it go?
Good. I went 3-1 in fantasy. The one loss, I really don't care about that league, and I'll take it. I'm 3-0 in our Dynasty League, baby.
Oh, I'm coming, Petey.
I know you'll be there, but
I'm coming for you,
buddy.
For
that second
I
can't
can't
wait.
spot. Dude, so I was looking. Our matchup, neither of us have anybody on bye week. It's just a straight fucking...
And Eric gets all these lob wins. Starting people that are
missing
out.
players.
People that bench Laporta.
Jordan Addison.
They bench Laporta for...
I'll sneak into the playoffs.
Eric's opponent benched Laporta for Hunter Henry. I'm just going to say it. That's pretty bad.
A lot of people did things like that this week. I mean, tight ends were tricky. A lot of people would have done the same thing with Kincaid.
Call. Granted, Laporta got hurt, but that's a bad call.
How'd you do, Eric?
Let's first be honest. I also started Laporta in my Dynasty League. I went 3-0 this week, and that person who started Laporta against me lost by 70 points, I think. So I mean, 60 points? That's not really much of a difference.
The rest of your team popped off, and in Dynasty, you played someone who played Jordan Addison.
But I still went off.
No, you didn't. You're the lowest points for the victor in the entire week.
You know who's going to sneak in? I'm going to tell you right now who's going to sneak into Dynasty is Donnie.
Oh, God.
Because he's getting... Yep. I know, but he's getting beat. He's scoring 150 points and losing.
Damn. Love to see it.
Poor Donnie. But, yeah, it was another week, man. I did all right. I went like 50-50 again. But I won the 2 leagues that matter, so happy about that.
First place in the Beer Mile League.
Yeah. For now. Don't get me started. the dude, for one, in Beer Mile League, I would be much better off if Tank Dell did anything that 1 week. But, fuck me. It's week. Dude, I can't wait for bye weeks. Oh, my God, I can't wait for bye weeks.
I'm already prepared. Let's go.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing is we're ready for bye weeks. A lot of these people aren't, and that's when you can kind of like push the riffraff to the bottom. All right, so let's get into some news, and then we'll jump into our weekly review. But let's start with the news.
Weekly news and injury report.
Okay, a lot of concussions this week, which is unfortunate because every time I see one of those stupid helmet covers, I get really angry about it. But this is just going to kind of make people want them more, which is unfortunate. Austin Eckler, concussion. Devonta Smith, concussion. And you're going to watch for him more because with AJ out, he's going to be your like surefire starter unless he's got to go through the protocol. So we'll see about that. George Kittle should be back to practice. So that'll be good news because the tight ends are just awful right now. CMC is visiting a specialist in Germany for his Achilles tendonitis. And it wouldn't surprise anybody if he won't be back till week 10. The 49ers have a week 9 bye week. So that just seems to kind of make sense with his recovery time right now. I don't know. For those of you who took him 101, sucks. Because everyone would have done the same thing. Like, there's no avoiding it. It's just one of those things.
For those of you who drafted Jordan Mason,
he had to get his handcuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And he's running. He'd be a starter on most other teams. He's pretty damn good. Trey McBride, concussion. So we'll see what happens with him. Cooper Kupp will not be playing week 4. I don't know anything about Puka. I haven't heard any news on him yet. So I might have to look into that. Jordan Love is back to practice, but that doesn't mean he's playing quite yet. They haven't made that decision, so just keep an eye out for that. Jaylen Warren will undergo an MRI on his knee. So unless you guys can look that up real quick, I'm not sure if we have any updates. The MRI would have been today. So
he's questionable.
Yeah, I don't know if he's questionable, it may not be that bad.
It's week to week, it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Najee in an arm sling just to scare everybody. It was like a Halloween prop apparently because he seems to be fine. Everyone thinks he's good to go for week 4. David Njoku might be back for week 4. So with the tight ends, again, that might be a saving grace for somebody. Adam Thielen to the IR for a hammy. Poor old man. Yep. Poor old man. He finally gets a quarterback that can throw a little bit. And he pulls his hammy. I don't know. It's age. Huntley may start for the Dolphins this week.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which might be better than what we just saw. So those of you who have Tyreek and Waddle, they can't be worse.
Can't be worse. So, it's not much better. It can't be worse.
No, but it can't be worse. Sam Laporta sprained his ankle. It's a low ankle sprain, so we'll see what happens with that. It depends. Usually they're out a week or 2 with that. We'll see. Keon Coleman was benched midway through the game. And Pete, you're the one that brought this up. So what actually happened here?
He was late to the game, and apparently McDermott wanted to set an example. And he said, you know what? Got the touchdown. Guess what? You're benched. So it shows some immaturity on Keon Coleman. I mean, these guys come from college. They can do whatever they want there. Now they go to the NFL, and there are repercussions for your actions.
Yeah,
so
100%.
It scares me starting Keon Coleman going forward.
I agree with that, but to do it halfway through the game is just so weird.
It is weird.
It's like do it to start with or don't.
Agreed.
But I think it was like he kind of felt like they were going to win that game, so it's like okay, now I'm going to do it. It's like,
yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
Trent Williams is fine. I looked into that. Trent Williams, he keeps saying in every post-game interview that the issue with him right now is mostly he didn't do any preseason anything. So he's just really, this is hard on, like his body is saying, what the hell, dude, because he didn't prepare for the season. So that's 100% on him. But that's what it comes down to. He's fine. He should be good to go. Brock Purdy's also, he has a sore back, but he should be fine. So play Juwan Jennings. Play Juwan Jennings. So that's pretty much it for the news, unless you guys got something, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I loved Juwan Jennings this week. But, like, is he going to be, like, a boom or bust? Like,
it depends on if Kittle's back. It
depends on if Kittle's back or not, or... I don't know.
Debo won't be back. It doesn't seem like
Ayuk was quiet the whole game.
They were doubling him though. Yeah, if you watch that game, they were on him hard, which left Jennings room. Is essentially what happened.
You think that's going to happen again though? We'll talk about it.
You can't leave Ayuk open either, man. You got to pick one.
I know.
We'll see. I mean, it's the Patriots too, so we got to see kind of how that plays out because their defense has been relatively decent. So, but if that's all we got, that is it for the news rundown. And we can get into our weekly review and talk about these games we just watched, which this weekend was it was not fun. So let's get into our weekly review.
The Recap Blitz.
All right. Thursday night. Patriots Jets. Jets throttled the Patriots. It finally looked like the Jets had a working offense. And this is kind of what you expected going into this one, man. Jacoby Brissett did not look good. It wasn't
not good.
I don't know.
Good.
Yeah, it wasn't good. The Jets actually looked like a team for once, though, which was kind of fun to see.
I thought the Patriots would hold their own, not get killed like this. This was bad from the start.
Rodgers diced him pretty good. Rodgers went 27 to 35 for 281 and 2 touchdowns. So you can't complain about that. Jacoby was 12 of 18 for 98 yards. Blech. So it was a boring game because it was just kind of over. Breece Hall is fantastic. Breece Hall is so damn good. He is the offense. I know everyone's kind of getting worried about Braylon Allen and the shared carries, but it's not. It's Breece Hall gets the receiving work. It's his offense, and Braylon Allen's just a really good backup. But other than
if
that,
he's on your waiver wire, you pick up Braylon Allen.
You should.
Pick up Braylon
If
Allen.
you have
You
the
should not be
room,
on
you
your waiver
should.
wire. Should not be on your waiver wire.
He's not going to be. But if you have the room and he's there, you should grab him.
And you know who else? I'd also even grab Antonio Gibson.
I don't know if I want to touch Gibson here.
I mean, think of how Ramondre did not look good.
I mean,
Ramondre got beat.
Look how many carries they got. 5 carries for Gibson, 6 carries for Ramondre. They were not in a position to carry.
Right. This was a case of they needed to. This is not a team built to be coming from behind. And they were coming from behind the entire time. They didn't have room to run, so they were trying to throw, but Brissett can't handle that. So Ramondre screwed a lot of people over, though. Ramondre went 6 for 23 yards.
And he fumbled, I think.
Could it be a changing of the guards? Yeah, he fumbled. Could it be a changing of the guards? Gibson also got 3 receptions.
No.
We'll
no. It's Ramondre's
Drake
team.
May might be starting next week.
Oh, I can't wait to see Drake play, dude.
He played the last drive, and he looked good, but it was against the backups, right? But he looked like he looked more alive than Brissett. Brissett just couldn't move out of that pocket.
Brissett looks like a zombie out there.
Yeah, he didn't look
good. He's just slow. It's like he's processing everything slow. It's just weird.
Yeah, that Jets pass.
And then at the end of the game, didn't even try to score. Like, what was that about? Didn't even try to score at the end.
It was over. Drake May,
all the way there.
Drake May looks like a little Labrador puppy with just energy, like ready to play football. He went 4 for 8 for 22 yards for that one drive. So, the problem here too is the amount of pressure that the Jets gave both of them. They couldn't do anything. They were getting ripped.
Yeah.
So it was just brutal, man. Brissett got sacked 5 times. Like, it was just a beatdown from start to finish. So there's really not much else to talk about here.
It's bad game.
Yeah, just a bad game, man. Next up was another bad game. Let's just get these two out of the way. Chargers and the Steelers, which we were just talking about before we hit record. The Steelers are not fun to watch right now. They keep winning games, but they're boring games.
Oh, yeah.
So, Justin Fields, 25 of 32 for 245, a touchdown and a pick. I don't think he deserves to. I think they need to wait until Russ is fine and try him out, because Justin Fields is not doing anything special enough to justify. I mean, they're winning, but kind of in spite of Fields, I think.
Yep, definitely.
The defense carries the team.
Yeah, big time. And granted,
when you have low scores, you're more likely to win. But I don't know. I think Justin Fields is underrated. I mean, he's not doing bad in terms of completion percentage. He's middle of the pack, 6th. So I think we don't give him enough credit on the new team. But that defense is bringing the Pittsburgh Steelers to where they are now.
Right. The Justin Herbert got hurt. He also was having a bad game. He only threw for 125 yards. The Chargers' offense is just broken. They're
in shambles.
It's bad. J.K. Dobbins looks good, but outside of that,
Justin Herbert. Oh, he's so brave, so heroic. Like, dude, if you're injured, don't play. Like, this.
Right. This happens.
It happens every year, and you're killing the flow of Taylor Heineke hopping in mid-game. You throw off everything, because they were holding their own for. Mm-hmm. They scored first, got 7 points right off the board.
Mm-hmm. They had a minute,
but Herbert, don't be a hero. Just sit down, man.
He does it every year. He did the same thing last year. Was it his ribs last year?
Yeah, it was. He got beat up in that one game.
Oh, God. Najee showed a little bit. He's the workhorse. This is his running back room. He had 18 carries to everybody else's 4, 6, 3. Yep. Jalen Warren got hurt. So this is a big-time Najee show. 70 yards, that one long one for 21. It looked relatively good for Najee. The George Pickens, dude.
Free George Pickens. Free him.
God. He needs to go somewhere. He needs to go somewhere. I was hoping with Russ he would get like that Tyler Lockett like moonball type thing, but with Herbert or with Fields, it's just not.
If
there.
Russ comes back, I'm back on George Pickens. That's what I thought it was going into the year, but then all of a sudden he's injured.
Yep.
A mess.
Yep. Calvin Austin gets that one touchdown. That was pretty, but whoopie-doo. So that's pretty much that one. That was a boring game. No one really needs to hang on that too much. Pete's going to love this next one. The Texans got beat up. The Vikings look way better than I think they should. It's amazing. Dude, they look... It doesn't make sense how good they look right now. Their defense is freaking disgusting.
I'm holding my breath. I'm trying to restrain myself.
You have to. It's like there's no way this stays, right?
The Texans are legit, and they had everyone. Besides Mixon. CJ Stroud hasn't thrown a pick. Guess what? That was broken. He threw 2 picks in this game.
CJ Stroud had the longest game or longest period of time without throwing a pick.
Yeah.
Longest streak, yeah. It did. The Vikings look so good. It's pathetic. And I saw, that Sam Darnold's younger than Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep, nuts.
So, what if? Like, what if, dude? We see that the Panthers can't push out a quarterback, so, like, just take that time he was there and throw it out the window.
Yep. Because
both him and Baker left, and now we're doing good. So you gotta kind of throw that out. His time with the Jets, throw it out, because the Jets especially at that point, could not produce a quarterback.
But then he played with the Niners, right? When
he was
when Purdy got injured,
and
he looked decent,
yep.
Right?
Right. He looked good with the Niners. He wasn't going to take Purdy's job, but he was a good backup. Maybe he learned some things there. Goes to Minnesota and looks better than he's ever looked in his career.
Insane.
So, like, what if,
Love him.
He's leading the league in touchdown passes right now.
St. Darnold.
It's
Sam Darnold on top.
It's ridiculous, man. He's feeding Justin Jefferson in a fantastic way. Jefferson was 6 for 81 yards, a touchdown. He had a long 28-yard ball. Beautiful. Darnold was 17 and 28 for 181. 4 touchdown passes.
St. Darnold.
Like, what is happening? Jalen Naylor, like you called. Good call on that, because...
Yep, good call.
Yep. Addison's coming back now.
That might stop him, but...
It's going to hurt Naylor, but the offense is going to look better.
It will look better.
It's ridiculous. CJ got shut down. He was 20 of 31 for 215, a touchdown, but he threw 2 picks, which is very unlike him. So this defense is just on it.
Rattled.
It's
got
ridiculous.
Rattled. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and Mixon not being there was a pretty big deal because Cam Akers is Cam Akers. 9 carries, 21 yards.
And let's talk about Stephon Diggs. Woo! 12 targets, 10 receptions, 94 yards.
A lot of targets.
Come on. Give it to me.
I don't know what's happening.
Nico got his, right? 4 for 86. But
Nico's should be the guy.
He is the guy.
So something was happening with this match. Right.
Maybe
so
it's like a revenge thing.
Matchup-wise.
Maybe it's like Stephon Diggs is pissed at the Vikings for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So let me light it up.
Maybe.
So.
I think it was a mix of revenge, and Nico Collins was getting covered by that defense.
He was definitely getting hammered.
Brian Flores is the biggest reason why the Vikings are how they are right now. Brian Flores is a genius.
For a team that you go into this season, especially when JJ gets hurt, you go into this season going, all right, wash. No, but dude, they are at this point at least playoff contenders.
I thought we'd be 1 and 2. We'd beat the Giants, lose to the Niners, lose to the Texans, and I'd be okay with that. Nope.
Right.
Sam Darnold, St. Darnold. If you win, I'm buying your religious candle with your face on it. I'm lighting that bad boy.
buy Sam Darnold jerseys now before they go way up in price. Because, like, unreal.
Wait, is this accurate? Did the Vikings defense only allow 30 points this season so far to them?
Sounds right. Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. That defense is shutting everybody
Holy
down.
cow.
It's ridiculous. The Vikings defense is a must grab off waivers if you can. Like, I don't know who they're playing next week. Or it's Packers. Yeah, I would. Yep. Especially if Jordan Love, even if Jordan Love, you know, like if I were the Packers, I'd sit Jordan
Love back from injury against the Vikings defense. That spells disaster.
That's how you get Jordan Love hurt again. I'd let him sit one more week. But all right, let's move along because we're sitting on this one a little bit too much. Eagles go and play the Saints. They win 15-12 in a very, very, very boring defensive game that you expected to be a shootout. So this was kind of disappointing because you look at that and you go, ooh, lots of offense, not a lot of defense. Let's roll. Nope. The Eagles won because of Saquon Barkley. 100%. 17 carries, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Wait, but he's not that good.
65.
He's not that good according to the Giants fans. He's not that good.
I hate Giants fans are eating their words right now.
The best part is they said that last week they lost because of him. This week they won because of him.
I think, dude, they lost because the defense couldn't stop them. I understand.
I know, but that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying.
Right,
it's ridiculous.
Right. I understand that Barkley could have won that game right then and there, but you can't put that on him. The defense could have
the entirety of the game. Yeah.
Right. But that's just what Eagles say. I don't know, whatever. Derek Carr disappeared for the first time this season. So that might be that foot in the coffin. Alvin Kamara was Alvin Kamara. He didn't get a touchdown this week, but 26 carries for 87 yards, which is not great average, but the 26 carries, it's just volume.
And the receptions. It's 3 for 40.
Unreal. Yeah. Chris Olave finally got involved. 6 for 86 and a touchdown. About damn time. The issue with that is Shaheed.
Where was he?
You've been saying it. Boom or bust.
Nothing.
He busted.
Nothing. He busted hard. My God, did he bust hard.
It's like a weird year where a weird time of the year where we don't know if we should trust those kind of receivers like Shaheed and JSN and those like almost breakout / boom or bust receivers, and we don't know to trust them or not. So it's like, Tank Dells, are we going to start them every week?
Right.
Yeah, probably as a flex or wide receiver 3
I'm not
too.
starting Tank Dell.
But I don't know.
He couldn't pay me enough.
No, but I get what you're saying. It's
as a flex. You wouldn't start Tank Dell as a flex?
Not this week.
No.
I need.
I'm not talking like this week, but like in terms of like the rest of the season.
He's a wide receiver 3 on that team, so no, I wouldn't start him.
Yeah, it went the wrong way.
No.
Okay.
The thing with this specifically is Olave. It should be his receiving room, not Shaheed's.
Yeah.
So it's like about damn time. Like, where have you been? So that's good.
Same
Dallas
thing with
Goedert.
the Monron.
Yeah. Which it's gonna even out eventually. They're not gonna. Dallas Goedert. What the hell?
Insane.
10 receptions, 171 yards, 61-yard long ball. That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yep.
That's insane. Devonta Smith was having a good game too until he got the concussion. He was 7 for 79. Outside of that, the entire rest of the offense is crap. There's nobody.
Bad.
If Devonta's out, are we picking up Dotson this week?
No.
Because AJ's out, Devonta's out. It would be Goddard and Barkley and what?
Flex option maybe.
Depends on how bad you're hurt.
Get Paris Campbell.
No.
Covey.
Now, right before we hopped on, we just talked about it, Jimmy. They're versing Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's allowed 0 receiving touchdowns so far. The only team I'm not touching, especially Jalen Hurts when he does not have AJ Brown. No.
Yeah, you might be right on that. All right, moving on. New York Giants beat the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are the most confusing team to me right now. It doesn't make any sense.
No sense.
Myles Garrett got hurt, though. So that affected something.
It's big.
Most likely. Daniel Jones. 24 of 34 for 236, 2 touchdowns. He didn't look bad. You want to know why? The pressures were way down. He still got sacked twice, but it wasn't like Swiss cheese to get to him. He had a minute. So, we'll see. Singletary, 16 carries, 65 yards. He looked pretty good. That touchdown early on was pretty nice. Malik Neighbors, 2 for 4. Oh, boy. That ain't good.
No, Malik Neighbors got 8 for 7.
Oh, I'm looking at rushing. I'm sorry.
great.
Yeah, 8 for 78. You're right.
He
you're right.
made Jones look
Malik
good.
Neighbors.
2 touchdowns.
Yup.
He made
It shows you what one receiver could do.
he made
Yeah,
crazy
did.
catches. Like,
Wandale is also the 2. Like clear cut 2. So I still don't want to start him.
no, I'm not starting him.
I mean, I'm all about Neighbors this year. I mean, he's
Neighbors-
leading
dude, Neighbors looks
targets
good.
right now. He's great.
I'm scared.
I'm selling.
though,
I'm selling
dude.
high.
You're selling high on
I
selling
might
Neighbors
be
right
with
now?
Pete. I might be with Pete. I'm scared
No
of Neighbors.
way.
He is
So
so
high.
good, but Daniel Jones is so unpredictable.
Don't like it.
I don't know. I might be on Pete's side. Let's just see if you can get a good value. If you could take Neighbors and turn
He's
it
like-
into shit, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Marv.
Yeah. No, I'd still take Neighbors at this point.
Neighbors,
Neighbors,
or
DJ Moore.
Oh, Neighbors.
But you
Neighbors.
sell high on Neighbors, buy low on DJ.
yeah, you could. Neighbors,
Neighbors.
All right.
DK.
DK, yeah. What about DK?
Neighbors.
Neighbors over
I would take
DK.
DK.
Neighbors.
No shot.
I'd take
I'll take
Neighbors
DK.
is DK and Neighbors are both very close, but DK also has target competition with JSN and Laka coming up.
Yeah, but
Right
Jason
now,
and Lockett are
they're
splitting
very
it.
close. Yeah, I'm sorry, but the target share that Malik Neighbors has right now, he's just this could be his year where he's the first year on, he could be wide receiver 1 to 5. He could be anywhere in that range this year. I'm calling it. He's gonna be a top 5 receiver.
He could be anywhere from 1 to 20, depending on
I
how
think
Daniel
he's
Jones
gonna
plays.
be 1 or 5.
We'll see.
Top 5 receiver.
Deshaun Watson is playing safe. 21 of 37 for 196, 2 touchdowns. Fine. Not bad. That's actually good especially for him. That's very good. Jerome Ford, 10 for 37 yards. That's kind of awful. Amari Cooper finally showed up to play football. 7 for 86, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Where's that been?
It's-
Because he should have been involved the entire time.
Potential's there. We just gotta unlock it. Yep.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with Njoku coming back.
Yeah. So I have a note about this game. I think the New York Giants winning is the worst thing that could happen to the Giants. Because now
Yeah, I agree.
people, especially Giants fans, I'm looking at you, Mitchell.
He doesn't watch this far. He complained the videos are too long.
Exactly.
We need to put a picture of him up. People need to know who we're talking about.
So
I'll find the best picture you
Yeah.
can of him. I want it to be hilarious.
So Giants, right? They're packing it in. They're going to be 0-3. Everyone's pessimistic, and they win the game. No one thought they were going to win the game. Now Giants fans and Giants organization people think, Daniel Jones isn't bad. We should keep him for another year. Oh, Daboll
There's
did a
hope.
good job. Let's keep him too.
There's hope.
They're going to be in limbo. They're going to be in limbo here because they won't make the playoffs, but they won't be bad
No.
enough to get a good pick, and they won't be bad
Nope.
enough to get rid of Daniel Jones. They will hallucinate. I know you want them to win games, but it's just bad news. That's all,
Yeah, I
that's all I'm
agree.
gonna say about that.
Yeah, it's a mess.
They need
Even
help.
when they win, I feel like it's still a loss.
It's the best.
Yeah.
All right. The Packers beat the Titans with Malik Willis. Why does Malik Willis actually look like... Well, okay, he did the same thing.
Yep.
Let's back it
Yep.
up. He did the exact same thing. 13 of 19. He did better with his 13 this week, though. 202 yards and a touchdown. So he was more efficient.
Yep.
But the fact that he's getting 19 attempts and 13 completions means they're playing safe.
Yep.
Yeah, and here we go. Josh Jacobs, 14 carries, 43 yards. That's awful.
Pretty bad.
and Emmanuel Wilson 12 carries for 50 yards. So they just ran. They split it with Jacobs because you can't run the ball 90 times to one guy. That's how you kill him.
And then Malik Willis went 6 for 73 and a touchdown. Like, where did that come from?
Revenge game. Revenge.
No, there's no bad blood there. He said in an interview,
and also,
they paid me. I don't care.
Yeah. I think still it tastes good.
Revenge does not make you a better football player immediately.
No, but it
He's
gives you
not good
opportunity.
enough to have revenge.
The coaches will give you opportunities. I feel that coaches in the league will definitely give you an opportunity.
I think he just kind of
especially with his.
It's Titans.
Especially with Willis's limited availability to play in this league, I think it's an opportunity he needed to take, especially with them doing so good this game. And Emmanuel Wilson, sneaky waiver wire pickup if he's on the waiver wire.
Come on, stop with the sneaky bullshit.
I'm not touching
that. You need
it.
I'm trying to help out our listeners over here. You have to help out the listeners. If people need a running back and they need to, they have depth on the chart. You pick up Emmanuel Wilson.
You drafted awful.
He could be a lot. He could be great if all the cards fall right. He's someone you can hold on to your bench and help you later on in the year.
Wait for Josh Jacobs to get dead.
Yeah. But look at these receivers on
and
Green Bay.
What happened recently?
I was gonna say the receivers.
Are they startable? Are they startable?
Not
now. Not with Willis, I don't think.
I've been saying not until Love.
Yeah. Love comes back. Jaden Reed becomes an immediate start. Christian Watson is a little scary to me.
Yep.
Jaden Reed was the only one you can maybe start since Willis has been.
Yeah, it's risky, but
and that first game, Jordan Love was 100% targeting Reed over Watson. Yep. So, whatever. Will Levis, he didn't look good. He didn't look these picks, these young quarterbacks. When I'm sitting here, I can't wait to get to the Bo Nix thing because why did Bo look better?
Out of nowhere.
These young quarterbacks suck. They're too college with the ball. They're just throwing it, and nothing happens. I'll just love it. I'm in the no. In the NFL, you get picks. The DBs are significantly better in the NFL. 26-34 for 260, 2 TDs, which is good, but 2 interceptions, which is bad. That basically cancels each other out. Pollard was awful. Pollard went 6 for 14.
Oh, the Titans.
D-Hop, 6 for 73 and a touchdown, so good for the old man.
It's good to see him.
He had a long ball at 20. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was a beatdown. Green Bay wins. Whatever.
3 things in life are guaranteed. Death, taxes, and Will Levis throwing a pick.
At the rate we're going, yeah, dude, it's not good.
Not good.
Speaking of other rookie, well, it's not. But you get the point. Speaking of other young quarterbacks, what the hell is going on with Caleb? Caleb,
not good.
Here's the thing with him. He threw the ball 52 times, 33 actual completions, which is not very good. Out of 52 at least. But he threw for 363 yards, which is like, oh, good, yeah. 2 touchdowns also. Sweet. But he's throwing picks that should not be thrown. They're very stupid picks. It's not like tip balls and not his fault balls. These are like blatant, what are you doing? So he has these golden moments of shining, and then he has these moments of like, bro, what are you looking at? So he's got to learn a little bit here, I think.
I think yes and no at the same time, because I think that the interception to TD, like, you get what, -2 points for an interception in most leagues?
It depends, but yeah.
I mean, for a touchdown you get 6. So I mean, I don't think they'd weigh each other out, but I think, like, I wouldn't take them to heart as much, because, like, think of, like, okay, this is a bad example this year, but Patrick Mahomes has the same amount of interceptions as him this year.
Mahomes is not good.
That's sad, but, like, you can't look like, okay, Mahomes has 4 interceptions, but he still has, like, 5 touchdowns so far.
These are such blatantly bad throws. Like, they shouldn't even be thrown. It's not like
true. Better than Richardson.
That's a whole
Don't get
nother
me into
ball.
that.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, Caleb. Okay, so here's what I'll say with Caleb. He looks like he has the potential to be great, but someone's got to calm him down and be like, dude, you don't have to throw that ball. Throw it away. Get him on the next one.
Yep.
Stop forcing stuff, because that's where he's screwing up. Is he's forcing shit in there that he does not have to do. The DeAndre Swift is a really bad running back.
Crazy.
It's DeAndre Swift, 13 for 20, dude. He's just
Crazy bad.
He's droppable. He's not worth playing. It's done. Rome.
Roshan Johnson?
No.
I don't like it. I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them. Khalil Herbert, I'm gonna do it.
Deep waiver.
No. Rome looks good, but the issue is Keenan is coming back.
Keenan is nothing.
I don't know that we're gonna be able to spread the ball to three guys.
You can't even spread it to one.
Right. So I think Rome takes a hit. Cole Kmet for some reason had a game.
Tight ends.
I wouldn't put any faith in that. DJ Moore had a pretty. I mean, he didn't have bad. He was 8 for 78, but he had no touchdowns. DJ could be a buy low.
Yep.
Depending on if Caleb gets his shit together, DJ could be a really good buy low.
Yeah.
And Cole Kmet's going to get hurt the most when I think Allen comes in.
I just don't have faith that this is something you can put faith. You can't assume Cole Kmet's going to have a good game. He's not that kind of tight end.
No tight ends. No tight ends at this year.
Yeah, that's a fact. Anthony Richardson needs to calm the fuck. 10 of 20 for 167 and 2 interceptions. He looks like a deer in the headlights out there. Jonathan Taylor carried this team. I mean, they still lost. Or no, they won. I'm sorry. Colts won.
Yeah.
Because of Jonathan Taylor. 23 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Johnny Taylor looks great.
Yep.
He's Jonathan Taylor. Like, I'm not worried about him at all. The receivers are bad. There's not one that I'm starting. Michael Pittman, I'm not starting until this gets fixed.
No.
He's 4 for 36. It's not working. They got to figure it out. If you can afford to, I'm sitting Pittman. But a lot of people can't afford to, so I don't know. Hopefully you drafted deep enough that you can.
It's scary where some people you wouldn't drop him, but some people might start Pierce over Pittman.
Yep. I could see it.
I would
Good.
if I had both of them on my team. I mean, Pierce is leading. He's leading the league in receiving yards per reception because of how Richardson throws.
Yeah.
And Richardson's, he's throwing for 16 yards per completion, which is crazy. And he doesn't have a lot of completions, so they're it's a weird adjusted rate, but like throwing it out there definitely helps your receivers, the ones that are field stretchers. And Pittman seems like he's always in the slot, so I'm not sure how that's going to help him out compared to someone like Pierce.
Right.
I think it's interesting to see how the year goes on. I love this time of year in football and seeing how like things are happening and shaping up. I love to see it. It's weird.
This is where people start to overreact, though. So everyone's kind of like breathe a little bit, but that's what I'm saying. Look for stupid people to drop Pittman and you grab him, but you don't have to start him. Now. If you can avoid starting him right now, I would. But like, it's the same thing as Waddle. Like, who would you start, Pittman or Waddle? Yeah.
Jeez,
I don't like
either of them. Yeah.
Probably Pittman.
I think
I'd start McLaurin over both of them, though. I'd start McLaurin over both of them.
Eric, I thought you were the one that said don't listen to that guy that said don't start Waddle. So I said don't start Waddle with Skylar Thompson, and you said don't listen to him. So where is your stance now? Did you change your mind, or
how did he do?
Not good.
You didn't do good?
We'll go over it, but he did not do well.
This time.
Oh,
now we're getting down there.
Thank you. So we have
this time. I mean, now Skylar's gotten hurt.
Yes.
He got 4 points. He got 5 targets. That's not a terrible game.
Stop.
For somebody who has a backup quarterback.
We got mail.
And he got injured halfway through.
We got mail from someone named Steve K. from Vanellaville, Texas.
Oh boy.
He goes, love your show. It's my birthday. I agree with you, Pete. Anthony Richardson is a low-budget Cam Newton, a poor man's Cam Newton. Why is Eric so high on Richardson? You want to respond to that, Eric?
Like I just stated to you guys, I mean, how can you... I'm not so high on Richardson. First off, let me start with this. I'm high on his receivers who field stretch, like Alec Pierce. I am excited to see how this year unfolds because of what I just said. You have Richardson leading the league in passes downfield completions by yards, 16 yards, and you have his receiver leading the leagues in yards per reception. I think that was what I read. Yeah.
So you're not backing down.
Reception.
You're still standing.
Receiving yards per reception. So like I said, I'm standing on this where Richardson still has the rushing upside, so it's exciting.
What are you getting?
I'm not high. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So
now, I have him in one league, but I will sit him for somebody like Brock
Let's reel it back a
Purdy
little bit.
or
Hold
other
on
people.
1 second. Hold on, I get it.
That's not coping. This is not coping.
He got 9 points, I think, this week in fantasy.
Yeah.
You're still good with it.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes
CK,
is gonna
happy
bust this year
birthday.
too.
Happy birthday.
Are you going to drop him?
Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Let's move on because Eric's in delusional land.
Yep. Broncos, Tampa.
You got to be excited.
How many people
You
lost?
can't go into football not excited.
How many people lost because of this
I
game?
yep.
Their bets of the week.
So many survivor
lot of
pools dead.
Broncos
Yeah.
beat Tampa 26-7. Tampa's offense was cooking, and they died. They ran out of gas. Bo Nix, 25 of 36 for 216. He didn't throw a pick, which is like a miracle with these rookie quarterbacks. So, holy crap, Bo Nix. Baker, 25 of 33 for 163, a touchdown and a pick. That ain't good.
Good.
The rushing
Bo Nix
game
still
in
has zero.
Denver.
Bo Nix still has 0 touchdowns. I'm sorry.
The rushing game in Denver is dead.
Atrocious.
It's non-existent.
Javonte.
And Javonte's, dude, Javonte's done.
He's got the
Jaleel
receiving
done.
work. That's about it.
Tyler Batty? Who the hell is Tyler Batty?
Exactly.
9 for
Dude,
70?
Bo Nix had more rushing yards than Javonte and Jaleel combined.
Times 2.
Yep.
Times 2. That ain't good.
It's crazy.
Cortland
Good.
Sutton caught a couple.
Yep.
68 yards. Meh. But they somehow beat the crap out of Tampa. This is really a defensive. The Broncos defense looks great. They stopped Tampa. Bucky Irving is slowly taking this running back job from Rashad White.
Let's hear it.
If you can grab Bucky Irving, go get him. Bucky went 9 for 70, no touchdowns. Rashad White went 6 for 17.
Oof.
What
So
about that
Bucky's
receiving work, though?
Up, see,
Still on
here
that
comes.
receiving
Here
game.
comes. Eric.
It's not biased. You guys got to understand.
Eric
we draft receiving backs. We draft receiving backs in fantasy football. Those who produce are the ones who receive.
So, Eric has
5 for 18.
Rashad White in Dynasty.
5 for 18.
So,
That's a lot of
what if
receiving
I have,
yards right
So
there.
what if I have him in Dynasty?
5 for 18.
If you have, 5 for 18, great, in a shitty game. But what I'm saying is you are versing, like you said, a good defense, correct?
Oh, well, this week was good.
This is what we
This
do every
week,
week. Every week we do this. Every week we go over the same thing. When you verse good defenses, they're gonna not produce that
We
well.
don't.
But then why did Bucky
And
get
especially
7?
Yeah,
receiving
how
yards.
did Bucky get 7.8 average rushing?
Because he was a rusher. He was rushing. He was
It's
rushing.
Rashad White.
Okay.
Rashad White is a receiver.
2.8 yards.
I like him as
Throw
a
the damn towel. It's okay.
Moving on.
6 to 9
Listen,
carries.
it's okay.
6 to
I
9.
drafted Caleb Williams.
I'm not-
He sucks right now. I could admit it.
Fact.
You have to understand. It's 3 games in the season. I'm still high on receiving yards for
right,
for
next,
running
next.
backs.
Chris Godwin seems to be taking a lot more work than last year, and Mike Evans had a dead
What
week.
happened?
2 for 17 for Mike Evans. Chris Godwin 6 for 53, and he got the tutty.
Sertan. Surtain.
Could be it.
Yep, could be. But Chris,
Defenses.
he looks good. Mike Evans is having a down. Yeah, at least the past 2 games, man. He was down. But that's kind of it. That was definitely one that surprised almost everybody, is because the Broncos come into that game looking like crap. But all right, here's the other one that screwed everybody this week. The Panthers beat the crap out of the Raiders. Andy Dalton comes in, and I feel so bad for Bryce.
Poor guy.
Only
Poor
because
bugger.
here's the reason. Andy Dalton comes in, has a below average to average game. They lose. Fine. The team has issues. It's not all on Bryce. Andy Dalton comes in here and whoops the shit out of a very good defense. Makes everybody on the team look good. Now it looks like Bryce just does not know how to play football.
Yep.
At all.
100%. I think Andy Dalton
That's
just
rough.
retired Bryce Young from starting. Bryce Young will be a perennial backup for the rest of his career. You heard it here
Andy
first.
Dalton came in and destroyed them.
Yep.
26 of 37 for 319 and 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Even Chuba
Chuba-
Hubbard had a great game.
I was about to say.
It's crazy.
Chuba had a great game, 21 of 114.
Yep.
Deontay comes back to life, 8 for 122 and a touchdown. Chuba got receiving work, 5 for 55 and a touchdown.
Chuba, baby.
Leggett,
Yeah.
2 for 42, so you got a couple deepies. Thielen, 3 for 40. He got a touchdown and a busted hammy. The old man is on his way out.
Yep.
But it's okay. He had a good career. Good career.
But if you have Deontay, you're ecstatic by seeing 14 targets.
Yeah,
It's all
buddy.
about the target share, man. That target share, when you have those targets, you're good in fantasy. Especially half PPR, full PPR, you want those targets.
And they were good targets. He got targeted 14 times. And he caught 8.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a
Huge
good percentage.
numbers.
They're not. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, yes, anybody who has Deontay. My God. Vegas, the Raiders, Gardner Minshew. 18 for 28. And 214 pick. Threw a touchdown, but
Not good.
he didn't look good. He did not look good. Zamir White he didn't look good either. 10
look
for
good either.
34. And really, the surprise of the week with this game was Trey Tucker.
Yeah.
7 for 96 and a touchdown. Jacoby got his 7 for 62, but you kind of expect that. You expect Brock to get a little bit.
Devontae.
You don't expect Trey Tucker. Where the hell is Trey Tucker fitting into this
I don't
offense?
know. I don't like it.
But he did. It didn't matter. They lost, but maybe that's why he lost.
Devontae
I don't
Adams,
know.
man. What a shame.
Oh, God. He's going to die in Vegas. I don't know why he's sticking there.
It's all about the money at this point, I guess.
There's better places. There's not many better places to die than in Las Vegas. With all those casinos around, come on, baby.
Maybe that's the problem, is he's having too much fun while he's out there.
So,
And then let's talk about Alexander Madison real quick.
Vulture.
If he's on your waiver wire, you pick him up as well.
I mean, 3 for 7 and a touchdown. I get it, but he is like the biggest vulture I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's all it is.
He's
a
also
touchdown
gotten that
vulture.
receiving work. He got 37 receiving yards. You can't pass that up.
I don't know.
Well, now,
It depends on how deep your bench
Aiden
is.
O'Connell, is he taking over for Minshew? What do we think?
They are saying no. But the fact that it's getting brought up means they're giving Gardner one more shot. And if it's that bad, then yeah, probably. So we'll see.
You can't, and you can't pass up on 11 points for Madison. I'm sorry, that's a decent day for a second running back on a losing.
But it's
team.
dependent on the touchdown. So
It's 100%
Yeah.
dependent
He
on the
Didn't get-
touchdown.
oh yeah, they got that touchdown. I forgot about
Yeah,
that touchdown.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Me
That's
scooze.
all it
Alright.
was. Miami gets beat up by Seattle. You saw this
a
coming.
mile away.
You're not. Miami's getting beat down until, honestly, this year. This year's done for Miami. Tua's going to come back. If Tua comes back, I don't think it matters. I really don't. I think this is it. I think this might be it for a lot of these guys, dude. Tyreek might die on this hill
Yep.
now. You know, like if Tua retires or if Tua comes back and he's half of himself, Tyreek has no reason to stick. He's got the contract, but that's it. They're not winning this year.
Yeah, they might want to sign a veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
Or something. They got to do something. Skylar Thompson was bad. He was bad. 13 of 19 for 107.
Yeah.
And he and you know what the funny thing is with him is when he got hit and he went down, he didn't even get hit hard. He was just getting hit so often that was like the straw that broke Skylar Thompson's back. You know, he got sacked 5 times. Just brutal for him. HN is the entire offense as of right now. 11 carries, 30 yards, which is bad for him, but he's getting a ton of volume. 3 catches for 28 yards in this one. So, like, it's not his best game, but he is the volume in this offense 100%.
Yeah.
So,
Tyreek that's not saying a lot on this team, though, right now.
It's not right now, but, like, he's the safety net. Tyreek, God, if you have Tyreek, good luck. Because you can't sit him. You're just going to have to weather the storm. There's nothing you can do. Waddle, you can sit. If you have other options, I would take him. Geno didn't look great here. 26-34, 289, a touchdown and 2 picks.
Yeah, not good.
He didn't look great. Charbonnet looked great.
Hell yeah.
Charbonnet looked real good. 18 for 91 and 2 touchdowns. Take that all day from a backup, man.
Yeah, that's a good backup.
DK looked good. He had a good day. He only, actually, not for nothing, he only had 4 receptions for 104 yards, so he just had a bunch of long balls.
Yeah, his long ball was 71 yards. Damn.
Yep. JSN was not involved. But not for nothing. This game was over before it started, so a lot of these guys didn't have to get involved. So we can just kind of move on. This was a good one. Ravens take on Dallas, and they win, but they made it interesting. The Ravens were up the entire game, and then they let Dak just do some stuff late, which helped me because I got Dak in a lot of
Yeah, did well in fantasy.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the last minute. He was
Yeah,
not doing
happens,
well
yeah.
until like halfway through the third. But yeah, so Baltimore wins 28-25. Dallas loses again, which makes me happy, but Dallas sucks. So what do you want? Lamar did not throw the ball. 12 of 15, 182, touchdown. He didn't throw the ball. They ran this bitch
It was
all
all
day.
King Henry, baby.
Yep. Derrick Henry, 25 carries for 151 and 2 touchdowns.
Jesus.
Derrick Henry looked like Derrick Henry.
Love him.
He looked great. And when Derrick Henry wasn't running the ball, Lamar Jackson ran 14 times for 87 yards and a touchdown. So here's the issue with that. When you have 2 guys rushing that often, your receivers suffer. So none of these receivers, Bateman got the touchdown, which may have somewhat saved you, but not a lot of people starting Bateman. Nelson Aguilar got you 56 yards, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Zay Flowers didn't
that
even make the
receiving-
cut. Didn't even make the stats sheet. Crazy.
Mark
He
Andrews.
got one carry for 3
We're
yards.
talking about one carry for 3 yards with receiving.
I know.
You didn't even see it. Yeah. So
I know.
Where's Mark Andrews?
poof.
Right?
I mean the Ravens.
like
You know how
him.
the Ravens are. Same thing with it's a Harbaugh thing, I guess.
It was just run.
Old school.
If you spent all your fab on Isaiah Likely the first week, I'm sorry for your loss.
I would not have done
Fell
that.
for the first week trap.
Yep, people do it every year. Dak didn't have a terrible game. 28 of 51 for 379 and 2, that's a good stat line. A lot of incompletions though.
Yeah. Yep. No picks though. It's pretty good actually.
And no picks. No picks is good. I'm telling you, Zeke's out. Rico's going to be the back.
It might be.
Rico went 8 for 32,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Zeke went 3 for 6.
Yeah.
So there's your math, you know. Fergie's back, baby. 6 for 95. Fergie's so
Love
damn
Ferg.
good.
Love.
He's just a big. He was the tight end pickup of the year. I know you had to suffer through 2 weeks of him being hurt, but he was so cheap when people are buying Kelsey and Mark Andrews and Sam Laporta. He was the pickup of the year. I wanted him everywhere, and I got him nowhere. So mad. But CD 4 for 67. They were on top of him all day. But they tried. So that was a good game to watch if you watched it. This next one hurts my heart.
What the hell?
Because Brock Purdy played a perfect game. He played so good. And there are 2 or 3 things that happen here as to why we lost. A, defense gave up. B, freaking backup tight end drops a ball in his palms. Just bats it down like a freaking volleyball. And C, there was a really bad helmet-to-helmet on Ayuk that no one calls. But we'll let that go. Really, it came down to that drop pass was like, and the missed field goal. It was just a bunch of shit happened. The defense gave up. It was everybody thought the Niners won, and they took the foot off the gas. It's all fucking. What are you gonna do? Brock Purdy, 22 of 30 for 292, 3 touchdowns. He looked so damn good. He put them in a position to win. That ball was right on the money, and this kid just drops it. I don't even remember who it was. It was Ronnie Bell. We're just gonna move on here.
Yeah, so like this is kind of alarming. No, you lose to a team with no wide receivers.
Yeah,
not good.
It was two beat down offenses against a very much better defense that took their foot off the gas. They literally were like, we won this game, let's go home. And then the Rams are like, well, we're not done.
Yeah, Stafford, yeah.
It was one guy on each team. It was Juwan Jennings, who got 3 touchdowns for San Fran, and it was Kyron Williams, who got 3 touchdowns for Los Angeles.
Yep.
That's it. One guy from each team and a kicker.
It really comes down to Ronnie Bell dropping that ball was the stupidest drop I've seen in a very long time. That ball was in his hands. And that ends the game. But whatever. Juwan Jennings.
A lot of no calls this week, too. A lot of no calls around the league.
I could show you the replay. Ayuk gets legitimately laid out helmet to helmet. They didn't call it.
There were plenty of them all week.
It was everywhere. Yeah, Juwan Jennings, 11 for 175 and 3 touchdowns. He is awesome. He's great.
Yep.
Brandon Ayuk was double covered, which is why Jennings was open so much, 5 for 48.
Are you starting Jennings going forward?
If Kittle, as of right now, he's a good flex. If Kittle comes back, it's still a good flex, I think.
He's a flex play. Last week I said, Juwan Jennings is someone to pick up. And if you picked him up and started him, congrats. If you picked him up and didn't start him, I'm sorry for your loss. But still, he's good to have on your bench.
People will say, oh, man, I should have started him. I'm kicking myself. You weren't going to start him in the first place. Like, pump the brakes. You're fine.
I picked him up to
block.
I would
start him over Gabe Davis. I was going to start him over Gabe Davis.
Yeah, you started
him
over Gabe Davis.
Jimmy picked him over.
I picked him up and had to either start Waddle or him.
Waddle, dude. Waddle went, I think it was 4 for 26. I looked it up. Pretty bad.
Yeah. But no, it was bad, but that's a hard decision to make before the game,
How did Hill do?
Not good.
It was not good.
So Stafford's
you got to start Hill. This is on principle.
You have to, but
still start Waddle.
No, you don't still start Waddle. You didn't draft Waddle third overall.
We're going to drop this. We're going to go over next game, please.
What the hell?
All right. Well, let me run down. Stafford went 16 of 25 for 221 and a touchdown. He looked pretty damn good for as old and beat up as he is. Kyron, 24 carries for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyron, 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. Tutu was the only person catching balls, but that's because the entire Rams offense is just hurt. So 4 for 93 on Tutu. That is very well and good. This one was also supposed to be a shootout. The Detroit Lions beat the Cardinals 20-13. Where did the defense come from? Because this was supposed to be gunslinging. Didn't happen. Jared Goff, 18 of 23 for 199, 2 touchdowns and a pick, which is about average for Jared freaking Goff. Monty and Jahmyr Gibbs are splitting this backfield down the damn middle. And that's what's going to happen until one of them's hurt. It's just, there's no getting away from it. Luckily, they're both fantastic. So Monty's going 23 for 105 and a touchdown. Jameer Gibbs is going 16 for 83.
If one of them gets hurt, the other one is going to be a problem in fantasy football.
Nuclear.
Yep. Top
Amon-Ra.
3 running back.
Oh, fuck, easily. Amon-Ra came back. 7 for 75 and a touchdown. Thank God. Because people were freaking out about that. Sam Laporta, 2 for 36 and a sprained ankle.
Still better than Hunter Henry.
The Sun God.
She ain't watching this far into it.
I'm glad to see Amon-Ra back, though. The Sun God's back in
Love
town.
him.
I'm happy to see 8 targets for him. You know, everyone's getting worried. A lot of people are getting worried.
People freak out this early in the season. This thing,
I
it's
know.
just like, relax. We have a lot of football left. Kyler Murray, 21 of 34 for 207 and a touchdown and a pick. That's also relatively standard for Kyler. Rush for 45 yards. It was just a defensive game. I don't know what the Lions were doing, but they shut them down pretty good. James Conner, 9 for 17.
Yuck.
That hurt.
Disgusting.
That hurt
I have
lot
him
of
in a
people.
lot of leagues. It did not feel good.
Yeah, that hurt a lot of people, man.
Kyler had a bad game.
Kyler had a bad
That too.
Marv went 5 for 64 and a touchdown. McBride, 3 for 25 and a concussion. So that's going to
skipping
suck.
over Michael Wilson? You're just skipping over Michael Wilson over there?
8 for 64. Ooh.
Nine
Here's what I will
targets.
say. Here's what I will say. If McBride's hurt, and this is why Michael Wilson had so many targets, because McBride got hurt, he's worth possibly picking up.
Yep.
All right, moving on before Eric goes off on it. Chiefs, Falcons. Pass interferences don't exist.
Nope.
That's
Yup, it's
unreal.
ridiculous.
Unfreaking real, dude. That was Vikings level pass interference. Sorry. And yeah, just bad. You may bring it up. The Chiefs win 22-17. All the people like Victor have no idea what I'm talking about. These new football fans. Mahomes he's having a bad game, dude. Mahomes is not a start.
He's not a good fantasy football quarterback. He's not.
He's not. Like, if you have other options, you can go do that. Like, I'm really thinking, and this has to stay between the three of us. That's a problem.
Just say it. We know.
No, I'm thinking about selling him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really thinking about, like, I was debating. It's a good thing Kevin's not here. I hope he doesn't watch this. I was debating trying to send Mahomes to Kevin for, like, Jalen and DJ or whatever. Like, some sort of a something.
He's not that young anymore, so.
No,
He's not that young, and I'm really thinking when Kelsey's gone, he doesn't have that safety net. And, like,
Kelsey's
Kelsey
done
right
nothing
now.
this year, too.
Right.
He's done
And look how
nothing.
bad Mahomes has
it's
been this
bad.
year. So, I don't know. Carson, the people who were worried about P. Ryan, Carson Steele has this backfield until further notice. It's not even close. 17 carries, 72 yards. He looked pretty damn good. They
Flex.
are.
I think he's a flex play, though. I think he's gonna be a
Yeah, I'm not
flex
saying,
play.
but, like, I'm
don't think
starting
he's
him
not.
this week if
I'd
I.
start him.
Yeah.
He has the backfield.
100%. Rasheed Rice also has the
Oh my
receiving.
God, Rasheed Rice.
12 receptions,
Rice.
12 receptions, 110, one touchdown.
Did he get banged up? Did he get hurt?
Not bad enough that it's anything to worry about. Kelsey 4 for 30. Kelsey is, I don't know what to do with this. Kirk Cousins.
Buy low. Buy
Oh, there it
low.
goes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no. Yeah, you
Kirk
can buy
Cousins.
low.
You can buy low on him. 20 of 29 for 230, a touchdown and a pick. And he left his heart out there, dude.
Dude, he looked like Kirk Cousins. He kind of choked a little bit.
That's why he looked like Kirk Cousins.
Finally, you know.
I felt bad, man. This one really was kind of taken away from them. They tried.
Yeah, that one call.
Oh
One
my
no call.
God.
Yeah, one no call.
Bijan. 16
What the-
for 31.
What the hell is going on? Look, Chris
Dude,
Jones.
He got the touchdown.
Chris,
But here's the thing with Bijan. Bijan is a fantastic blocker. If you watch any of the replays, he's a fantastic blocker, which hurts him because now Kirk has all day to throw.
yeah, I see him every play. He's just blocking for Kirk But his whole life.
He's blocking great.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Like
He's getting that shoulder in there. He's doing good with those blocks.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Drake London, 667, one touchdown.
Bad.
Darnell Mooney, 8 for 66, no touchdowns. Kyle Pitts, 2 for 59, which is kind of like, okay, maybe he's going to actually do something. Because so far, nothing. He retired his rookie year so far. So we'll see what happens with Kyle Pitts.
Darnell Mooney, I was surprised about too. I mean, this is what, 2 weeks in a row now? He's getting that kind of target share?
Darnell might be a good
He's a waiver wire pickup.
I don't know.
Hardcore waiver wire pickup. I'd start him as a flex if I needed it.
If you need it, yeah. The Jaguars forgot the Jaguars forgot how to play football.
Trevor
Jaguars lose to the Bills. Jaguars lose to the Bills 47-10 or 10-47 technically. Trevor Lawrence. Whew, dude.
Fall from grace.
Dude. 21 of 38 for 178, a touchdown and a pick. They put Mac Jones in because this game was so over. Just like, what is happening? ETN, 11 for 68. They weren't running the ball, so that's really what that is. But if they weren't running the ball, Christian Kirk should have more than 79 yards on 8 receptions. Brian Thomas should have more than 48 yards on 5. Like, where's the offense? Not only where's the offense, where's the defense?
Oh, bad.
Trevor Lawrence now has a lower completion percentage than Bryce Young.
Yeah, but...
And he's benched.
Percentages are weird. I would take Trevor over Bryce Young every day. But the point being, the Jaguars just didn't show up here at all. Josh Allen, holy crap. 23 of 30 for 263 and 4 touchdowns. And he threw a touchdown to everybody. He's like, you get one. You get one.
Most of these points were like before the half, too. Like, I think he got 3 touchdowns before the half.
They won the game by halftime.
Yeah, it was over.
Holy crap. He also rushed for 44 yards on 6 attempts. James Cook.
Oh.
Dude, do I tell the people? I could tell the people. Long story short, I had 50 cents left in FanDuel last night. It's like, screw it. Let me just make a stupid parlay, like a 11-leg parlay, right? I wake up this morning. I lost this parlay because I put James Cook 40 yards. He got 39. It was like a 50-cent bet for $300.
And you hit every other leg besides that one.
Everything else.
That's
Everything
crazy.
else.
It's insane.
Oh my goodness.
Because you didn't share it in the Parlay Boys chat. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, it was literally like a quick last-minute thing, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep. Yeah, James Cook. You couldn't just get me one more, dude. Shakir, 6 for 72 and a touchdown. James Cook caught 4 for 48. That was the other thing. You couldn't just put that receiving yard to rushing. Kincaid, 41 yards and a touchdown. Ty Johnson, touchdown. Everybody got a touchdown.
Yep.
So this game was over by halftime. The better Monday Night Football game. This was a fun game to watch. Mm-hmm. This was a fun game to watch because the defenses didn't play. Commanders go down, beat the Bengals 38-33. Jaden Daniels looks like the best young quarterback out of all of them right now. And it's not close. Like, he's playing safe. Has the rushing upside. He's not making stupid plays. 21 of 23. That's pretty damn perfect. Right. Efficiency. 254, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. You know what I mean? He rushed 12 times for 39. Yeah. Right. He rushed 12 times for 39 and a touchdown. So the rushing upside's there. Terry McLaurin finally got involved. 4 for 100 and a touchdown. Luke McCaffrey, however, he might be the number 2. Mm-hmm. He looks pretty damn good. Like, he only got...
You have Zach Ertz still.
I don't really worry about Zach Ertz. I like Luke McCaffrey. He only caught 3 balls, but they were good. Like, it wasn't just little mini shots. You know, that one long 30-yard bomb right in the basket. Like, beautiful throw. If anything, that's on Jaden. That ball was, like, purity. But they don't look bad. On the other side of the ball, the Bengals finally woke up and remembered how to play football. Their offense was humming. Joe Burrow, 29 of 38 for 324 and 3 touchdowns. Jamar Chase finally got involved, 7 for 62. Zach Moss caught a bunch. No. That's Jamar Chase rushed for 62 yards.
Did he?
No.
I guess.
No.
Jamar Chase rushed for 62. All right, Chase Brown, dude.
Oh my
brain
God! I
is
was gonna
fried.
say.
No.
I'm reading that so backward. Okay, Chase Brown, 7 for 62. Zach Moss, 12 for 58 and a touchdown. I'm sitting here like that makes no sense. Jamar Chase, 6 for 118 and 2 touchdowns. He finally woke up. And it's about damn time.
Yeah.
But really, dude, that's kind of it. But the biggest thing, T. Higgins was back too, but he didn't do much. He'll get more involved as he kind of gets back into it. I'm not really worried about
First game
T.
back. Shake off the rust.
Yeah, this really was which defense folded quicker, because both offenses were playing very efficient, making not many mistakes. The defenses, it was who was going to give first, and this was the shootout we were looking for a lot of other games. So not too
Fun
bad.
game.
It was a fun
Exciting
game to
game
watch.
for a Monday night.
It's a good thing. I usually hate doubleheaders, but if the Bills-Jags game was the only Monday night game, it wouldn't have been like, there's no football on tonight. But because this was on, I was like, thank God. So,
Same
fun
thing next Monday
games.
too, right? That's
Yeah,
good.
double.
Yep. Yeah, and then we're going to be getting into the European games too, so we got early Sunday. So, not too bad. You good?
All good. Perfect.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. I love it. So, we're going to get into what I don't want to talk about after last night. Petey's picks.
Yes.
Let's get into sports betting.
yeah.
Yay, sports betting. All right, Petey, it's all you.
Over-unders and bets of the week.
Welcome to Petey's Picks, Week 4 edition. Now, last week... Oh, wait. Sorry, 1 second. Hello? Mom, I can't talk right now. I'm doing a podcast. We went 2-1. First profitable week of the season. We got Chargers at Steelers. Steelers minus 1.5. They beat the Chargers 20-10. As predicted, Justin Herbert can't stay healthy. Can't handle the Steelers defense. So, easy win. Packers +3 at Titans. We've been saying this, right? How are the Titans favored here? And the Packers demolished them. Beat them by double digits. We didn't even need the points. Love it. The one loss we had was Panthers at Raiders. Raiders minus 5.5. We lost that outright. Andy Dalton was on some miracle drug because he revived that Panther team and they just outright beat the Raiders. Wasn't even close. So our record for the season so far is 4-5. That's, getting to that positive range, and here we go. First pick, Thursday Night Football. We got Cowboys minus 5.5 at Giants. I'm going with the Cowboys minus 5.5. Quarterbacks, we got Dak Prescott versus Daniel Jones. Jones had a couple good games. I give him credit. He will not have a good game in primetime versus Dallas. He will not. Dallas is pissed. They've lost 2 in a row. They're ready for revenge. Dak Prescott, heavy lean towards him. He's a much better quarterback than Daniel Jones. Running backs, we got Rico Dowdle versus Devin Singletary. Could be a wash. They're both not electric players. Maybe a little bit towards Singletary, but not too much. Wide receivers, we got CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Jake Ferguson versus Neighbors, Wandell, and Slayton. Heavy lean towards the Cowboys. Neighbors has looked good so far, but he's nowhere near as good as Lamb or Ferguson. I mean, he's better than Ferguson, but the combination of those three outweigh Neighbors, Wandell, and Slayton. So yeah, lean towards the Cowboys there. The coaches, I personally don't like either of these coaches. I don't like McCarthy. I don't like Dable. So we'll call it a wash. Dable seems like out of it. Doesn't seem like he's really, he kind of lost faith in this organization, I think. Even though they won last week, it didn't really feel like a win. McCarthy is fighting for his life, I think. I think he needs to not lose another game. He's 1-2. Jerry Jones has high expectations, so he's on the hot seat. So I think this is a comeback game. Fun fact, the Cowboys have won 13 of the last 14 games against the Giants. 13 out of the last 14. That's a crazy percentage. And my algorithm cannot ignore that stat. So I'm taking the Cowboys minus 5.5. What do you guys think?
Yeah, if you gotta have some big old cojones to bet on the Giants on this one. 100% agree with the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, coaching. The only thing I can give McCarthy is his winning history, but like I don't care. I agree with you. I think Jerry Jones is getting to the point in his career where he wants to win right now, and it doesn't matter what it takes. So if that means getting a new coach, he will do it like tomorrow. So definitely fighting for his life. I do really enjoy the fact that the Cowboys have beat the crap out of the Giants for 7 years straight.
That's a crazy number. 13 out of 14.
That's ridiculous.
A lot of games.
Ooh.
That's
a lot of primetime games.
2016 to now, they've only lost one time. That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I'm afraid of Dak Prescott. I'm afraid because you saw that comment he made. People were heckling him. And he goes, hop off the bandwagon. He starts getting a little frustrated. I think he's going to unleash his rage on this Giants defense, which can be exploited.
Yeah, this is a good week to start your Cowboys players. Giants defense is so with you here.
Is this the week that Rico Dowdle surpasses Elliott for good or?
I think Elliott always has a field day against the Giants, but it might be washed now because he is old. So it wouldn't surprise me if he gets in there for a touchdown. That or Ferguson. Giants cannot handle tight ends.
Right.
So
Fergie's going to have a big game.
I think Ferg might have a big game. Yeah. So, yeah.
I think Neighbors is going to have the only big game on the other side.
He's the only startable. You can start Singletary and you start him. That's about it. I wouldn't start Jones.
I wouldn't even start Singletary. I wouldn't even start Singletary. They're going to be losing so bad, I feel.
I start Singletary.
We'll see. Yeah, so that's first pick. Second pick. I feel like I'm always picking this team, but they've been doing well for me, so I got Steelers minus 1.5 at the Colts. Give me the Steelers minus 1.5. They're 3-0. They look not flashy, but they win games. Quarterbacks, we got Justin Fields versus Anthony Richardson. You all know how I feel about Richardson. And against this Steeler defense, I expect him to do even worse. He might throw 3 picks instead of 2 this week. I'm not a big Justin Fields guy, but he hasn't lost them the game yet. I think he's a good game manager. I don't think he's a stellar quarterback, but I give Fields the edge here, slight edge. Running backs, got Najee Harris versus Jonathan Taylor. Let's not kid ourselves here. Jonathan Taylor is a better running back than Najee Harris. Jonathan Taylor is carrying this team to victories, as we saw last week. When Richardson threw 2 picks, JT carried the team. Definitely heavy lean towards JT. But the Steelers know how to stop the run. So he won't be as effective, I don't think. But you got to start him in fantasy. Wide receivers, we have George Pickens, Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson on the Steelers versus Pittman, Pierce, and Mitchell on the Colts. Your receivers are only good as your quarterback, right? So, I'm sorry. Richardson's going to keep dragging those receivers down. Fields isn't much better, but he is better. I give a slight lean towards the Steelers here. I think Pickens is better than Pittman. Calvin Austin could rival Pierce. And the last 2, who really cares? The coaches, we have Mike Tomlin versus Shane Steichen. Mike Tomlin, I'll say it every week, and I'll keep saying it. I don't care. Mastermind. Love that coach. Has a winning pedigree. Has not, had a losing season ever. Shane Steichen's relatively new. Hasn't looked that good with the Colts. I'm not impressed. So, yeah. Fun fact. Steelers have won their last 9 games against the Colts. 9 straight against the Colts. And I'm giving 1.5. That's it. Give me the Steelers all day. Minus 1.5. Boys?
I like it.
Yep, I'm with you. The Steelers are, until they lose, I have to put my faith in them. I think Fields and Richardson's a push. JT is a significantly better running back than Najee. I think the wide receivers are relatively a push, but you're right, because of the quarterback, you're dragging them kind of down. Tomlin's is way better. Tomlin's one of the best coaches in the league.
Oh my God, second to Andy Reid,
So-
I think.
Yeah.
You got to take Andy Reid. You just kind of Andy right now is the coach to beat. I mean, if we're talking about just pure coaching ability, not necessarily the teams that they're, you know what I mean? Like if you just put two coaches in a room and said coach some stuff, Andy Reid is the guy. But
Hey, you
Tomlin's
wanna
right
hear
there.
A cool stat that helps support your case.
Sure.
Pittsburgh has only allowed 151 offensive plays. Their defense has only allowed 151 offensive plays. They're leading the league in the least amount. And the Colts are leading the league in the most amount of offensive plays played by them by 227.
There you go.
So I think it's going to be one defense is blowing the other defense out of the water, and get ready for pick sixes and all that good stuff.
Yeah, this is going to be bad, dude. Someone's got to calm Richardson down from just throwing random balls off. And this is not the defense to do it against.
Yep. So Steve K, that's your birthday present. Take the Steelers.
Take your Steelers.
I love the Steelers. I don't know, just something about that organization, and they're leading the division by a good amount. Ravens are 1-2,
It's annoying.
right? The Bengals are 0-3. The Browns,
Bengals, dude, look at the Bengals schedule. The Bengals could be 0-5.
Yeah. I think
Easily.
the Browns are 1-2, right? So
Yeah.
I think the Steelers have a 2-game lead, and it's only been 3 games. Crazy.
Shows you how strong a defense goes in this league.
TJ Watt
Yep.
is built different, but I digress. My last pick. This one I'm a little nervous about, but not really. It's kind of complicated. I got the Bills plus 2.5 at the Ravens in prime time. It should be a great game. So let's break it down. Quarterbacks, we got Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. Everyone knows I don't love Allen as an actual football quarterback, but so far in these 3 games, he's proven me wrong. He's having a stellar year. He has a lot of time in the pocket, looks poised. Lamar looks okay. He doesn't look like how I want him to look. He's lost against, who was it, the Raiders that 1 week? Josh Allen doesn't lose those games, right? So I'm leaning towards Josh Allen here. It's not a huge lean, but definitely leaning towards Josh Allen. Running backs, we got James Cook versus Derrick Henry. Let's not waste time here. Derrick Henry is the better back. Cook has looked shifty, looks fast, but Derrick Henry is the king for a reason. Heavy lean towards Henry. Wide receivers, the Bills got a bunch of no names, but it's working. They got Shakir, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid versus Flowers, Bateman, and Andrews on the Ravens. It's a lean towards the Ravens. And it's not too close, to be honest with you. Flowers is way better than Shakir and Coleman. Andrews is right there with Kincaid. Bateman's better than Coleman and maybe Shakir. So, yeah, I give the lean towards the Ravens in that spot. Coaches, you got Sean McDermott versus Harbaugh. Again, that's another close one. I would slightly lean towards Harbaugh, honestly. I think has good pedigree. He's been to the big game. He knows how to handle his players. So slight lean towards Harbaugh. So you're asking me, why are you picking the Bills if you are leaning more towards the Ravens in almost every aspect? Josh Allen in prime time is a different breed. He handles the ball well. He makes those explosive plays. He will carry the team, as we've seen in multiple games. He will carry his team to victory. Fun fact, the Bills have won 9 out of the last 10 games, just in general. And you're giving me 2.5 points against this Raven team that can be exploited like we saw against the Raiders? Yep, give me the Bills plus 2.5. Give me that prime time Josh Allen. Gentlemen?
The Bills are the team to beat until they get beat. That's where I'm
I
at.
like that.
That's where I'm at. They look they have not only won, they have dominated every single game that they have been in. It's insane. I like people got to remember too, like this segment is fantasy is out the window. This isn't fantasy. So Josh Allen's better than Lamar. Kind of period. like in fantasy, you can make the argument because Lamar runs a ton, but like realistically, Josh is a better quarterback. Derrick Henry's a better running back. To me, it's not even close. The receiving core in Baltimore is significantly better than Buffalo. Coaching's kind of Harbaugh's a good coach.
Yeah, I like Harbaugh.
I like Harbaugh a lot.
It's just
I think
the Ravens in prime time, the past couple of years, they fold like a lawn chair, and the Bills are the complete opposite, right? When they might lose a 1 o'clock game to the Jets, but they'll win these big games, right? In prime time.
Nah, I agree, dude. This is such an easy Bills for me. It's like, which it shouldn't be, because it should be a battle. But I just, until the Bills lose, you can't bet against them.
See, that's the thing. I like the Bills here, but I'm afraid of the 2.5 points.
No,
I'd rather take a money line bet on them.
Plus 2.5.
Oh, okay.
You did this a couple weeks ago too.
We are going Bills.
With the Packers.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, he said Packers -3. Yeah. I don't know about the. I'm like, it's plus.
Oh, I see over here. I see on our game thing. I see Bills and Ravens. Yeah, right. Yeah, I got it. My bad. Go Bills.
Go Bills, baby.
Lock them up, Pete.
You want to make this money? Petey's picks.
Take the money.
Hammer it.
I'll take some of it. All right, sweet. So there goes another Petey's picks, man. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Bet that money, win that money. Don't bet on James Cook getting 40 yards.
It's okay.
My heart. All right. Well, I guess since we don't have Kevin's corner, we don't have much else. Let's just get into the picks for week 4.
Yep, week 4.
Matchups of the week.
All right, so week 4 picks. Thursday Night Football, we kind of went over Cowboys, Giants. Cowboys are going to beat the crap out of the Giants. You're starting all Giants or all Cowboys players you can. You're starting Singletary and Neighbors in my mind, and that is it, and you're out.
I'm going Cowboys. No brainer.
Cowboys it is. No brainer.
Yep. This next dude, after this week, this was a very easy pick for me a week ago. But with the way the Broncos played, it should be the Jets. The Broncos are at the Jets in MetLife. It should be the Jets. No reason it shouldn't be. But history kind of tells me this is the type of stuff that the Jets lose, but I'm still taking the Jets. You're starting all Jets players that are worth starting. So Garrett, Brees. You're not, unless you're really starving at quarterback, you're still not starting Aaron Rodgers. Conklin, no.
Nope. Flash in the pan. Don't fall for it.
Yep, Conklin, no. Broncos. Sutton.
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, so I'm out on the Broncos, period.
I'm going Jets. Not close.
Yep.
It's Jets, and if you need a flex play, it's Sutton or Javonte in the flex, but it's a desperation.
Sutton versus Sauce?
Either. If the Sutton is going to get shut
if
down.
If you have drafted Sutton and he's your best option, you have to.
If he's your best option,
flex.
You need to start drinking heavily.
We're talking about flex. There's a lot of injuries this year. People already probably are drinking heavily.
If you need to flex Sutton this week, what did you do?
Yeah, it's bad. It's like Kevin.
It's Kevin.
I'm just telling you where I see them lie.
All right.
I see Sutton lying in the ground this week. All right, Vikings, Packers. I can't pick against the Vikings till they lose. This is ridiculous what they've been doing, man.
It's Vikings at Packers. Packers -135. How are the Packers favorites here?
Right now, Vegas has to think that Jordan Love's starting.
But even if Jordan Love's starting, he's not going to be fully healthy, I don't think. And that Vikings defense will exploit that. Listen, I
think this is going to be like... Go ahead.
I've been picking against the Vikings the past couple of weeks because I'm not really a biased person. But this week, I'm going with the Vikings. And I don't think it's going to be
There's
close.
no reason the Packers. Yeah, there's no reason the Packers win. I don't care. I agree. Even if Jordan Love comes back, he can't. He's coming back really fast from something that should take like 1 or 2 more weeks. Like he's coming back quick.
And if it's Willis, right? He can't do what he's been doing. He can't just
Yep.
hand the ball over.
He's gonna get shut down.
Yep.
You are
It's
starting.
Vikings easy.
It should be. You're starting.
And I think the
you can
funny thing,
start,
too,
are we
is,
starting Sam Darnold yet?
I don't.
Yes.
I don't
Are we
think
there
here.
yet?
Not against the
I
Packers.
don't
Not against the
think
Packers.
here.
Okay.
It's scary against the
But
Packers because the Packers defense is good
In the
as
future,
well.
definitely. I think.
Dude, just wait, dude. Wait until Hawk comes back.
Yeah. Hawk Addison.
I think this game is
Addison
going
and
to be.
Hawk. Ugh.
This game is going to be something that, the Packers used to dominate the Vikings at home. And I think this one, isn't that true or am I wrong?
Yeah, it's like 50-50.
Okay. Well, I think this is the year where the Vikings are going to make a stand and show that Sam Darnold's down for business and this is their year.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a story like that.
You're starting JJ.
Starting Aaron Jones.
Are you starting Addison?
No.
He should be playing.
starting him.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
I'm
I'm not
Packers
touching
side.
anyone other receiver side except for Jefferson and Aaron Jones.
Packers. All I'm starting is Josh
And then
Jacobs.
Packers.
I was
That's
gonna
it.
say Josh Jacobs. That's it.
Not Reed. Not yet.
Jaden Reed.
Not yet.
I'd start
No.
Reed as a flex.
Reed when Jordan comes back. That's it.
Even when
All right.
Jordan wasn't back, he made 9 points as a flex option. I'd still start him as a flex.
This is a different defense, though. This defense has been shutting people down. But next up is Steelers Colts. Again,
Yeah. You know what I'm
this
going.
this is gonna be hard to watch. Steelers are this should be an easy Steelers. The Colts look like a deer in headlights. I don't really know that you're starting anybody in this game though. Like you have to start Jonathan Taylor.
Are you gonna start Najee?
Yes.
You can, I would
As a
start
flex.
Najee.
He's an especially if Warren's hurt.
Yeah.
If Warren's hurt, he could be like an RB2.
if Warren's hurt, Najee's a good
RB2.
start. Pickens,
You might have to. I know it's not. It doesn't feel
That's-
good.
that's flexible. Pittman, I'm sitting if
Yeah,
you
I'm
can.
not
If you
starting
can afford
Pittman.
to,
Nope, no way.
if you can afford to, you sit him.
So
I'm not starting anybody
the
else.
Steelers across the board.
Yeah, Steelers across
Yeah.
the board.
I'm not starting
Wow.
the quarterbacks.
So, We
That's-
picked 5 games.
Desperation flex is Pierce.
Yeah, we all had the same picks. So yeah,
So
we'll see.
far.
It's gonna change soon. I like a lot of underdogs coming up.
Yeah, this is where it starts to get interesting. Eagles, Bucks. This is where you could say the Bucks might have a comeback.
Yep.
Eagles might not have Devonta or AJ. They're not going to have AJ. Depending on how bad this concussion is, Devonta might be out. So now you got Goddard, Barkley, who is more than capable of carrying this team. But the Bucks defense has been relatively good. And Jahan Dotson?
Nope.
Eh?
I'm going Buccaneers.
So I think I might. Oh my
The
god, I
defense is
think I
pretty
might.
good,
Are we
too,
all
like I
going to
said.
take the underdog?
They didn't allow
It's
a
in Tampa,
single
too.
passing touchdown so far, and Jalen Hurts is a shell of himself when they're both not there. When Devontae
I'm more worried
Smith
about the
and
rushing
AJ Brown are not
touchdowns here.
there. Yeah, I mean Saquon Barkley is the only slam dunk starter on that
Fucking
team
running
this
back one
week.
right
But
now.
yeah, but I don't see them doing good just with him. I don't know. I mean, you don't put it past Saquon at this point.
This one's
but at the same time, you don't do it.
This one's
It's
one of the
Bucks.
hardest ones of the week, I think.
So what are you guys going?
I'm Bucks.
You know me. Okay, I'm going Bucks. Jimmy.
I'll just be the other guy. I'll take the Eagles. I'll just.
see.
That's rough, man.
I took Eagles against the Saints last week. I see why you did that.
Yeah. So you're starting Jalen, Barkley. Daughter's probably a good idea.
Very good idea. Very good.
Yeah. Depending on if Devonta plays or not, you have to start him if he plays. On the Bucs side, you can start Baker, I think.
Don't hate it.
Nope. You're starting Mike Evans.
Godwin.
You should probably start Godwin.
Godwin.
And who's the running back? Bucky?
I'm not touching it.
Yeah, okay. But if you were to touch one,
I'm not.
if you were to touch one,
Bucky.
White or Bucky?
It's Bucky. I'm taking Bucky.
Attaboy.
I'd still do White this game because of, like I said, it's the receiving
I'm
upside.
doing Bucky. If this happens
Like I
again
said.
this week, if Bucky takes the backfield again, and we're talking about this again next week, it's over. Okay. Rams Bears.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes. They're going. It's in Chicago. Ooh, man.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah.
Give me the Rams. I trust Stafford and I trust McVay over Eberflus and Caleb.
It's probably true. Bears offense is a lot healthier. But they're not working yet. Like, if this was week 10, I feel like I'd be more comfortable with the Bears as long as they get better as we get there. But damn, this one's hard. You're starting, let me just go through you're starting Kyron. You're not touching anybody else on the
right?
Rams.
Like, who else is going to
you're not-
catch the
you're
ball
not
on the
two-
Rams?
top
Like
of
last
two-
week, it was all Kyron.
Tutu?
Tutu Atwell.
I'm not starting 2-2.
If you need a desperation flex, he's another one to do desperation flex,
Yeah.
but you don't really like. There's definitely better options out there.
Yeah, you can do
It's just
that,
a
but if you're desperation,
deep
that
flex play.
desperation, phew.
Yep.
Bears,
It's tricky.
you gotta start DJ.
Yeah, you gotta start DJ. Yep.
I think that's it, though. I am not starting Swift.
No.
I'm not
I'm
starting
starting at
Caleb.
Doomsday.
Would you start a Dunze or would you start Tutu?
Oh, Doomsday.
I don't know. I think Tutu.
I think Tutu just because
The
he's the only
Rams have
receiver on
not
the
been
team.
good
So,
defensively.
I got Rams. Eric got
The Rams
Bears.
Yep. The Rams have allowed 746 passing yards.
Caleb ain't
Caleb
it
throws picks.
right now.
Caleb throws picks.
Yeah, but the Bears
I
defense
gotta- I
only
just gotta
allowed
go with the old
495.
Yeah.
I got to go with the
Woo,
old
a little bit of
guys.
spice.
The proven team, even though they're all beat up.
That's what I was going to
All
say. Where was everybody?
Next up, Bengals Panthers. This is I can't buy.
This is a tricky
This
one.
is tricky. It's tricky. It is.
Okay, so Bengals offense should be better in all circumstances. Bengals defense is terrible.
Bad.
Now, do we trust that the freaking Red Rocket will do this again? Like, he's had a long career.
I mean, in the word.
I think it's gotten to his head.
Please do not say revenge game.
Yep,
here,
I was just gonna
swear
say
to
it.
God.
In the words of Eric, revenge game.
No.
10 years ago.
Andy Dalton.
I don't think so this time. I think right now this is going to be T. Higgins is going to get his groove back. I think Jamar Chase we've
Yo.
seen last week. I see Jamar Chase do great last week. He's going to be great. I think Yoshivas has proven to be a third wide receiver and
That's just
target
because
receiver
Higgins
on that
hasn't been
team.
there.
Higgins was there and he still did good.
was his
And then let's
first game
continue with
back.
Chase Brown showing up. Chase Brown's going to show
let's
up.
let him.
'Cause, I mean, we'll just go ahead. I'm just saying. I'm going
the
Bengals
first
this
thing you
time.
say
is
They got
T.
mad about the
Higgins.
last game. They got mad at the last game. Yeah, because he's the one player who, everyone hasn't seen yet this year show up. And he's going to go and show up. They have a chip on their shoulder from last week, primetime game, losing against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. And they're going to go in and win. With all what I've just said.
Yeah, all I'm doing,
Okay.
I'm taking the Bengals because we have a long history of Andy Dalton sucking ass. The Panthers
onto
have
his
been
head.
bad. The Panthers have been bad all year, up until last week. I don't know that can sustain. You also lost Thielen. You're not starting any Panther.
Chuba.
No, I'm lying. Yeah, I was gonna
Deontay
say,
Johnson,
I'm
you're
lying.
starting.
I was-
Deontay
yeah.
Johnson.
Bengals defense.
Deontay's the one that popped in my head. You're starting Deontay. You're starting Chuba.
Bengals defense looked really bad.
Right. So you're starting Deontay and Chuba. I don't know that I'm touching anybody
Yeah,
else.
probably it.
Dalton scares the crap out of me. I don't have the balls for
So
that.
we got Bengals across the board. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bengals is your normal
the Bengals-
Burrow, Chase, Higgins.
Yep.
I think it's Chase Brown's backfield too. So
Yep.
all right. Saints Falcons.
So why'd you laugh? Why'd you laugh when I said that then, Pete? Why'd you laugh when I said Bengals?
What are you talking about? No, I didn't laugh when you said Bengals.
Why'd you
I
laugh
laughed when you said the first thing you said was T. Higgins. Because I know he's on your fantasy team. He didn't have a good week. So the first thing you gravitate towards is your player. What?
Well, of course, you think of your team first, and then you're like, okay,
this
let's
is
go
not
from
fantasy related. This is not in my mind. This is just straight.
I know, but in my mind, fantasy is relating to statistics on players and how they produce. Correct?
It's just bias. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's just you gravitate towards someone that's not really. I mean, right now he's not relevant.
Higgins is going to take a couple games. He might be worth flexing this week, but he's going to take a couple games. He's worth flexing this week only because the Panthers' defense has got awful. Saints Falcons. What the hell do we do with the Saints offense here? You're starting Kamara. I'm not starting Derrick Henry.
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, sorry. Olave, yes. Shaheed scares the crap out of me now.
Flex. If you need him.
Boom
bust.
Falcons. Kyle Pitts. Whew. Good luck.
It's a good defense, New Orleans, but I think the Falcons are going to take it.
No, we're all Falcons here. We're all Falcons here. The defense showed up. Offense looked good. The Saints died last week. I don't know what happened there. Kamara's the big issue here, but we'll see. Kamara's just, you have to start him.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons allow the most rushing attempts by running back. So that's the one thing that kind of scares me.
Attempts or yards?
Attempts.
How do you allow rushing attempts? They just.
I guess people are just running on them, but it depends on what the yard is. Like if they're allowing yards, that's scary.
451 yards.
Falcons across the board.
That's about sixth. Sixth. Yeah. Falcons though.
Are you starting Pitt? You don't really have a choice to start Pitts, but good luck with that.
Start your studs.
Bijan. Yeah, you're starting the boys. You're starting the boys in this one. Drake London. Whatever. Jaguars Texans. Easy.
Wait, what do you think Olave will end up as?
I don't know.
A 2. He'll be a 2.
Would you start him or Deontay Johnson?
Olave.
You gotta start Olave.
Have to. Like, I get the Deontay thing, but it's still Andy Dalton. Like, there's no way. He's had 10, 15, how long ago did he get drafted? It was like 2013? Something? A long time ago.
Yeah.
He's had plenty of time to prove that he's a starting quarterback. It's just, you got to take Olave. Olave's the one with a better quarterback and a better team and a better everything.
Drafted him too high anyways.
Yeah. Then this next one's we're not going to sit on this one. Jaguars go to Houston, play the Texans. The Texans are going to win. You're not playing anybody but ETN on the Jaguars, and you're playing all of your Texans players. Cool?
Yep.
Cool. Keep an eye out for Mixon. Patriots, Niners. This is not even close for me.
Yeah. 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers across the board.
Yep. You're playing the Niners that decide to play this week. And I'm not, dude. If you have another option outside of Ramondre, you take it this week. Ramondre scares me. The Niners defense is showing their holes in the way, like, deep ball-ish area. The DBs are having the issue. That line is not letting anybody run the ball.
Yeah.
So Ramondre is going to have a hard time. So I'm not starting, I don't think, a single Patriot, and you're starting whatever 49ers you can that are playing. Commanders going to Arizona. This one should be a little bit more of a shootout, I'm hoping. Because you have the Commanders showed that their defense is not there, and the Bengals kind of walked their defense out. The Cardinals should show up a little bit better here. It's a better matchup. The Lions defense is better than the Commanders. This should just be a better all-around game. It should be more of a shootout. So I'm still going to take the Cardinals.
Yep, I believe.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit rough. It depends. Like, if Trey doesn't start, that's going to suck. But
I think the Cardinals got this one at home.
At home, yeah.
yeah, it's also at home, cross country. You're starting basically everybody. You're starting Marv. You're starting Kyler. You're starting James Conner. You're starting Daniels is still a very good start, I think.
He's a top 10.
Brian Robinson, yes.
Easy.
Terry is, you got some balls, but he might turn into being the guy now. Now that it's happened, it might keep happening.
Terry is a flex. Terry's a flex. Michael Wilson is a flex spot number 2 if you have 2 flexes, and that's about it in flex.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is like if you need, he's a great start. And,
Kyler's a good start.
Yeah.
All right. Next is a beatdown and a half. Chiefs going to LA to play the Chargers. Chargers don't have a team to play.
Yep.
Yeah. You're starting your Chiefs players. You're sitting your Chargers players. You can start Dobbins if you have to.
Yep.
But that's it. Like literally that's it. Rice. Who else?
Definitely
Kelsey.
Rice. Definitely Rice. You're gonna have to start Kelsey nonetheless.
How about Steele?
I'd start Steele. I'd flex Steele.
Flex. I'd flex him best.
I'd flex Steele over a lot of people actually, especially in this game because they're gonna get out early. They're not gonna have to throw the ball in this game. You know, Mahomes scares me this week actually, like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, because he's not gonna have to throw the ball at all. Like he's gonna have a first half and be out. So Mahomes scares me. But it is what it is. So we all got Chiefs there. Browns, Raiders. Oh, God damn it.
Browns. It's that defense
I
still. I know Myles Garrett is hurt, but I still think they're going to be good.
I'm going Raiders at home.
I'm on the same boat because the Raiders defense needs to wake up. They're at home. Deshaun Watson is not running this offense great kind of regardless. And Max can get to him and kind of hurt him a little bit here. So, yeah, I'm scared of the Browns. I'm scared of Amari Cooper this week. It's not much to do here. Not starting many Browns. I don't think you're starting any Browns. You're not starting.
You guys starting Ford?
Wait, you're scared of Amari Cooper?
Amari Cooper got to start. Yeah.
I'm scared
You're
of Cooper.
starting Amari Cooper. No.
I'm
starting
flexing him.
Ford, I'm starting Cooper.
I'm scared of Cooper.
Cooper or McLaurin?
You're right. I'll probably start.
Cooper.
Yeah, probably Cooper.
Yep.
Well, he's hurt though, ain't he? So
True.
it all depends.
Fair.
If he's healthy, I'm starting Cooper against Las Vegas.
What Raiders are we playing?
Exactly.
Devontae.
You got to start Devontae, just out of principle.
Yeah.
Not starting any running back. Not starting any quarterback.
Nope.
That's pretty much it. Devontae. Brock Bowers.
Devontae Adams.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Madison
Brock
is
Bowers
a
is a good play.
desperation flex.
Yeah, so we're all going Raiders there.
No. Eric's going.
No,
Eric's
I'm not.
going
I'm doing Browns.
Oh, no,
I'm doing
Bill's going Browns. Bill's going Browns. Sorry.
He's so angry.
It's Eric. He's
I'm
very
going Browns,
upset.
baby.
All right. Next,
not
this should
upset.
be this should be a really good game. Bills Ravens. It's for me easy Bills, but it still should be a good game.
Agreed.
I just like I said before, dude, the Bills are the team to beat until they get beat.
Yep.
It is what it is. You're starting Josh Allen, James Cook, Kincaid. The receivers are a little
Shakir is
bit
a wide
harder.
receiver 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I see
receivers
that.
are
Shakir's
hard.
about it.
Shakir seems like he's taking it. Keon Coleman,
Well, the Ravens have a good pass defense. They have Marlon Humphreys.
yeah, that's fair too.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Shakir, the only receiver I'd start.
Ravens, you're starting Lamar, Derrick Henry. You have to start Mark Andrews.
Zay Flowers.
Flowers.
That's it.
That's probably it. I'm not touching Bateman. He's very, very, very hit and miss. So we're all Bills.
Flowers is going to have a good matchup at Buffalo, though. I am Bills, though, but Flowers might have a hard time producing. Buffalo's been actually pretty decent against the pass.
It's going to be rough, man. The Bills are so high octane. The Ravens just have to keep up. See if they can.
Baltimore hasn't been that great against the pass either, so this might be a good time for Kincaid to come up.
I just think the Bills own this game. Next is Titans Dolphins.
God, that's a rough game to watch.
I don't think I can.
Bad game.
I don't think I can watch this.
Oh my God!
Is that a primetime game?
It is. It's Monday night doubleheader, right?
Thank God it's a doubleheader because
I hate myself for doing this, but I'm doing the Dolphins.
Are you doing Dolphins? I can't.
I have to.
Not
I
with a
can't do Will
15th
Levis. I
string
made so much
quarterback.
money off Will Levis. He's been keeping me afloat here.
The problem here is you're going on either a third string or a quarterback they bring in.
At home, but what was it? Huntley? Who was the quarterback?
It's Huntley, yeah.
So we got
Huntley.
Achan, right? It's
Fair.
at home. I like Mike McDaniel is his name. We've better than Brian Callahan. Brian
Fair.
Callahan's throwing his quarterback under the bus every press conference. So
Dude, he's a bad coach.
it's gonna be a close game. I think they're both bad teams. I'm going Dolphins, and I hate to say it.
Achan's a good play. Tyreek, you have to play.
Yeah.
Waddle, I'm sitting.
Set Waddle. Titans, who you starting? I don't think anyone.
Pollard.
Pollard looks pretty shitty the past couple of weeks,
Calvin
right?
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley,
Pollard
I can
sucks.
see that. Wide receiver 2, maybe.
I'd probably start Pollard.
Yeah,
Those are the only
Against
two
Miami.
options that
Miami
you could
hasn't
even
been
think
giving a
about.
lot of. Miami's not been great against the run.
No, their defense is bad in general.
Ridley is, shaky.
It's between the
against
two.
Miami.
Yeah, it's between the
I
two.
just start either of them.
so Jimmy got Titans.
Maybe Hopkins if you need it. in
No,
flex.
that's risky.
Maybe.
Risky.
That's super risky.
It's risky, but that's like a desperation flex. Deep
Yeah.
shots.
So
He's like the third on that team.
Jimmy got Titans. I got Dolphins. Eric, who you got?
Oh, I wrote down, didn't I?
Well,
Titans.
there you go. Once you click off it, I think it updates.
That's fine.
There you
that's
go.
fine, my
You
bad.
good?
All right.
Eric's on Titans.
Seahawks, Lions.
Easy.
This is thank God. It's easy, but
Easy,
it's a
good
thank
game.
God because this won't be as brutal as to watch the Titans Dolphins game.
Yes.
We're all, I'm assuming, taking the Lions here.
Yep. It's the
But-
line. Ridiculous.
Yeah, the line, and it's in Detroit. It'll be a good game. The Seahawks have been looking relatively good.
Yeah, not bad.
They are.
Charbonnet, huh?
They are.
So, what do you think?
You struggling?
You're
I think
you're
I'm-
starting DK.
Starting DK.
You're starting Charbonnet.
Yeah, if Walker doesn't play up.
If Walker doesn't play, if Walker plays, start Walker. JSN and Lockett, I don't want to touch because it's so back and forth between the two of them right now. I don't know who's doing what. Noah Fant is a no. Lions,
I mean,
Gibbs, Monty, Monra.
it's crazy we're saying 2 running backs on a team to start.
It's so ridiculous.
But it's true.
They're both so good. You have to start them
You
both.
saw Monty get carried this
Yeah,
week?
he levitated, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions. You're right. The defense is
it's-
better, too, I
yeah,
think.
it's good defense.
Laporta is
I think-
very
He got it.
injury dependent. Go ahead.
I think that the receivers, though, like in Seattle, I think JSN might be a start against the Lions. Like I think the Lions have been giving up a lot of points to receivers. JSN, I think I would start over Lockett, but that's risky. But I do like the receivers matchup this week against the
Yeah,
Lions.
I'm just scared of the until we figure out which one is which. JSN Lockett just scares me. But yeah, other than that, you're starting everybody else on the Lions. But
So we got Lions across the board.
yup. So that's it for next week.
So I have a proposal. Hear me out.
Yo.
It's rare that this will happen, but if someone gets a perfect week, right, which is the odds of that are crazy, which probably won't happen. We gotta
probably
take that one person out for dinner. Ooh, like that?
Ooh, I'm down.
Cool.
That's more than
I'm
fair.
down.
Yeah, it
It's not
probably
gonna
won't
happen, but
happen
I'm
because
down.
the odds are like crazy. But hey, you never know. Eric got close
Yeah.
the first week, but 14-2.
I don't know I've
fucking
ever
so
done that.
14-2 was
I don't know that I've
nuts.
ever.
Close.
I've never
Oh,
done.
I was so mad.
So yeah, that's
I'm down because that's
That's
like
hot, dude.
damn near
Yeah,
impossible.
dude, it
That's
won't
so
happen.
hard to do.
But if it does happen, I'll gladly pay for your meal.
Fuck yeah. I'm in. All right,
Let's
cool.
do it.
You want to go over week 3 real quick?
Yeah,
Petey?
so week 3, here are the rankings for week 3. We got Jimmy having the best week with 8-8, then followed by me,
Ooh.
6-10, and then Eric 5-11. So last week was
Fall from grace.
a lot of underdogs won last week. So it's to be expected, right? These are all money line plays. So congrats, Jimmy.
When you're going 500
Yeah.
to win, it's a rough
pretty
week,
bad.
dude.
Yeah. So the season records right now, Eric's still in first. He's 29-19, good record. Jimmy's 28-20, and I'm in last place with
Creeping up.
26-22. So yeah,
Close enough. We're all right
week
there.
3 was brutal. But yeah, let's see how week 4 does.
All right. We'll see how we do. So I guess that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Unless you got anything else to add, we'll wrap this one up.
I'm good.
Fun time
All good?
as usual, boys.
All right. All right, cool. So as always, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, go check out all of the other social medias. Check out our merch store. Pete's got the hat. I got the cup.
Yeah.
And it's rock and roll, baby. Hope you guys enjoy. Good luck next week with your bets, with your fantasy, and everything else. And we'll see you next week for more of the nonsense. We'll catch you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the Banter Blitz Podcast. Tune in next week for more nonsense.